What's important in the universe?
Yeah, let's start this audio adventure, man.
Well, Jesus is King is here. It's happening finally after a few delays.
Few minor delays.
It's here. I'm not sure what we're going to get. But
Tell us all.
I don't know I don't know where we're going to get, but I do know we're getting this new phase of. I'm calling it the new phase of Kanye. I feel like Kanye is an artist in every sense of the word, and I feel like he puts himself in different mental spaces and gives us a different adventure every time. And I feel like this is the newest Kanye.
A lot of artists didn't really get to that gospel phase in their career successfully.
That's why we have to wait and see what this is. We have to wait and see.
A lot of times it's like,
but you say so. All right. Well, I guess that brings us into the Zane, our good friend Zane.
Fucking gospel bag. Successfully.
Who went to
and
gospel?
I'm trying to be positive Perry here, but an asterisk is going to that when you already a billionaire from apparel.
Okay.
Yeah,
But there's been successful.
The way he successfully segued.
There's been successful musicians, big musicians, Al Green, Bob Dylan. There's been a bunch of fucking.
No, I get what you're saying, but
secular artists.
What Joe is saying in this time and age now, the force that Kanye is, he's not really setting up for failure.
I mean, it doesn't
he already
matter.
has that cult following. Obviously, people.
I ain't gonna praise him for something that's safe.
I wouldn't say this is safe, but I know what you mean.
Yeah,
This is not that much of a risk for him because he has a cult following already.
Well, and he is his background is based in the church, like a lot of black people.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
that's most black artists.
So this is never gonna be foreign territory. And again, I'm here to say nothing but on this Kanye topic, but y'all pray for my brother, and I hope all is well. That's where I'm at here. So y'all take this away with y'all thoughts.
Well,
and
no, to
so
what was
forth and
saying,
so on.
the new Kanye, and I don't know if you listened to the Zane, our good friend Zane,
I didn't hear it.
interview.
Never
today.
in my life will I listen to a Zane Lowe interview ever.
Well, we do a podcast.
I block the niggas that say, "Yo, a Zane Lowe interview is coming." The fuck would I be listening to Zane Lowe?
That's on your
about?
block list?
I hate when Zane Lowe tries to look cool in the preview pictures to an interview. I hate it. And I do not know Zane Lowe. He could be the greatest guy in the world, but them interviews puts like nails on chalkboard.
Wait, don't him and Roy have beef?
Yeah, but Roy pussy.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
As soon as he got to Apple, it's yo, you here just in case.
Just in case.
it's trying
We're
to
pulling
hit,
up right
trying to-
now.
Trying to hit his homies up.
We're 5 minutes out.
Yo, I'm starting to think that the listeners really believe the shit that be coming out of your mouth.
They do.
They definitely do.
This is getting
It's
getting
inaccurate,
annoying.
but
No, it's true. They do.
It's cool. Hey, case I listen. I listen to
I
about
think I'm
half
done
of
with
it.
this podcast if that's the case.
I listen to about half of it.
I listened to
you're,
it, and
you're
it wasn't.
mine for at least 5 more months by your contract.
How was it?
Wait, listen to what?
The interview.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, yeah,
please.
no, that's what I was saying to Maul, saying it's a new Kanye. Not really, and I don't mean this in a bad way at all. He kind of just said what he says in his interviews for the past 10 years. He just added Jesus into it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be innovative. I'm trying to do new things. I'm trying to be the greatest person, and he just
Well, that's what I
added
said. This
Jesus
is a
in.
phase. This is just a phase, a new phase that he's in right here.
But I mean, he was kind of gospel-y from the gate.
Yeah,
A bit.
he was.
And he was admitting that he was born again. He said, don't make me out to be someone that can quote a scripture right now. Like, I'm trying to learn this shit, which was cool. I was fine with all that. What did he refer to himself instead of a Christian?
I don't know. I didn't analyze it
Jesus
that deeply.
innovator or something.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but he's still on the same shit that he was always on with the Steve Jobs, Walt Disney, that bag, but just now with God and Yeezy.
And Jesus.
Yeah.
He
To be honest,
he makes sure to put
but-
Yeezy in between God and Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
as much as I don't blame anyone for having speculation of his commitment to Christianity, this is, I don't want to use the word calm, but the most reserved Kanye. Like, he seems okay with himself I've seen in the last 2 years. Like,
I liked a lot of shit he was saying in the
yeah,
interview.
he didn't seem
But then
like
he lost me
was
a lot, too.
going. Well, he did even when he was
That's a
Kanye
fact.
from Watch the Throne.
That's a
Like,
fact.
it was just Kanye West, and you added in the word Jesus.
A lot.
See, the thing, because I remember after I went to Sunday service in LA this year, I just went to see what it was about. And what it is now, it definitely was not that. And I don't know if I was June or July that I was there. It wasn't this. Like, it literally was just a choir from California that Kanye obviously liked the conductor of the choir and a great group of singers. And they were just singing, and they flipped like popular records into
gospel.
They changed the lyrics a little bit, and that's all. It wasn't a Bible. It wasn't a picture of Jesus. It wasn't a cross. It wasn't nothing around in this room that said church.
But the socks had Jesus written on them, I think.
That was
They didn't have none of that
okay.
on. Like literally, there was because I was there and I was like, okay, somebody gonna start preaching soon. It was not that. So now to see where it is, like he wasn't even saying like nobody was even speaking and using Jesus and God. It wasn't that. It was people from all different races
they
and
were singing
religions.
about God, I think.
Right, but I'm talking about it was just songs. It wasn't like somebody was standing up preaching to us. It wasn't none of that. There were people from different religions in the room, different races, different cultural, ethnical backgrounds. Like, so it was just like people just coming together to hear beautiful music.
Well,
That's all it was.
he mentioned in the interview that it was kind of a transition. He said he felt born again halfway through it. Like after Coachella was when he started on his born again thing.
Okay.
Like, yeah, so kind of to your point, he didn't set out to do this.
Okay, yeah, because it definitely was not this.
I mean, now there's a pastor. Now it's actually a church.
See, yeah, it was none of that when I went.
But yeah, it wasn't as nasty as I thought the interview was going to be. The only real nasty part was when Zayn brought up the clothing and he brought up the words like donations and ties. I was like, and they got out of that real quick though. Yeah. That was like 10 seconds and they moved on. That was the only real nasty part of the interview where I was like, all right, this is.
I'm anxious to hear the music because I saw a clip of him and Kim. They got into a little, dispute at home or wherever they were, and she was saying like, just because you're on this journey, and now you want me to change and be on the same journey that you're on. I'm not on that. When he was in terms of her dressing too provocative and sexy, at one point he praised her for that, and in some sense
kind of built a lot of
created that exactly. Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting to hear the music. Though I still want to hear what he's saying in these songs. To me, that's like the final stamp. Like, okay, we're gonna see where this is really going.
Yeah, okay. I've never really been. I don't even care about Kanye's lyrics. I care about the music, like as a totality.
Well, I was a little interested that he kept, but again, you're really playing So Anxious in the middle of this.
That's a funny song to be playing. Joe on a body roll right now. What's up with you, man?
Go ahead and do your deep dive.
Yo, I really wish y'all would talk more on the podcast. Wish you would do deep dives on things, but when it's not something I want to talk about, I'm going to play So Anxious. I've had enough.
Playing Genuine right here is
no, Roy. I'm not playing So Anxious because I don't want to talk about this. I'm playing So Anxious because Maul said he was so anxious to hear the music.
Oh, I thought you were anxious to get over the.
I just thought that was Maul being anxious. It's the funniest thing in the world.
I want to hear it.
Yeah, you antsy?
No, I want to hear this shit.
You hating on Charlamagne and you really been have anxiety.
No, I don't have anxiety. I want to hear this music.
No, it's coming.
I know it's coming. That's what I'm saying. I just want to hear this so we really know where Kanye is going. That's all.
No, I don't want to rush y'all off of this. I think all this is important. I'm not diving in on it because
you didn't watch and you don't care.
This comes out. This comes out Friday, right?
Friday, yes.
Just to let people know that
because
we've not heard the album yet.
Yes, we have not recorded.
Yeah.
People have heard enough of my selfish rants about Kanye. And when I say selfish, I mean, hey, this is what Joe is seeing, and this is what Joe is thinking, and that's the end of it. But who gives a fuck about what Joe is seeing and what Joe is thinking? And bottom line is, that's our brother, and whatever the fuck is going on with him, you want him to be all right. Even if he ain't all right.
And this is the most all right he sounded in quite some time. There wasn't, the interview was not bad.
I think it was.
He had his Kanye moments, but it was Kanye.
I haven't really too much ever thought he was in a terrible place from an interview. I think that he is an entertainer, and he entertain. I mean, aside from like the TMZ shit,
and a great marketer.
Yeah, like I think that he does all this shit on purpose.
So then there was a period that we thought that he may not have been okay.
That little
that was like
3 week,
a 30-second clip or something like that. So it's hard.
No, it was a whole interview, and he was on Twitter fucking wild.
Oh, okay, well, it was a few interviews too that were him and.
But I think that all I don't.
But that's not our focus.
I don't think that all the times that he was wilding to us he was in a bad place. I think a lot of times he's doing it on purpose.
Okay, well, all right. Then let me clarify. When he was wilding, he may not have been in a bad place, but he appeared to me, selfish Joe, to be in a bad place. Then when there was that whole dispute about him saying, talking about his mental health versus what his wife was saying about his mental health, that was a little cluttered.
Yeah.
And just mixed messaging there. And that's probably the end of that.
That whole family is confusing because you don't really know what is for show or what is for real.
Yeah. But, I mean, not that I watched the show, but I think that was a human moment between the two of them. I don't think that was a staged thing.
Yeah,
I think they really had that conversation.
I agree.
I think there
it's
was
a reasonable thing to have.
Yeah, and which he brought up too with North and how he was dressing North when she was a kid.
Right.
He stayed consistent with that. It wasn't just with Kim, but
Yeah.
neither here nor there. I don't know.
Do we remember our? I'm sorry, word. Do we remember our Kanye predictions?
Numbers.
Because we did predict this album. I thought.
Well, we can repredict if we don't remember.
Yeah,
I'm down to
I just
read
said that it was never going to come out when he said it was that.
Yeah, Rory did say that.
I don't have him cracking 200.
Oh, we're talking
you're
sales.
Oh nah,
No, in a week.
Yeah,
Not in,
it's still big bugging.
maybe,
Yeah.
but I don't.
I think
Especially with a little Jesus on your back.
not only that, with the movie being in theaters across the world, like for
Does that count
next
as
4
a-
or 5
I
days.
think music is the only area where we're going to see that there has been an effect in Kanye's base.
Okay,
I don't think that will.
That's
I
interesting.
don't
Wait,
think-
we
I
saw-
don't
we
think
saw
it
I'm
will-
not
Ye.
mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
I know, but I don't think it'll ever affect his popularity. I don't think.
No,
it'll
I'm not mad
ever
at that.
affect-
Never.
It won't affect his sneakers dramatically.
But this is
I'm not mad at
also
that. I get what you're saying.
to the point of Ye versus this. At least Ye was 6 or 7 songs. This is a full length. I think
1, 2, 3, 4.
No, is it 12?
Well, that's full length.
12.
No, that's full length.
that's double the length. So just off streaming numbers, you're gonna essentially double your
11?
numbers. So if he did
Well, it was
130
7.
or whatever, what are
Ye-
you doing
Ye
the
was
first one?
7.
What are you doing,
Nah,
Ye?
if he has a Mary Mary feature on this album, then I'm going to listen to it.
Well, he has the clips back together
On the album?
on the album, yeah.
That's dope.
Which I wanted to bring up because I guess you could rap about your life and still have a ghostwriter. With this, I thought it was a little different when he was talking about his relationship with God and Malice writing his verses.
Well, Malice is a pastor now.
Of course,
Yeah.
but my relationship, and this, you can make this case. I'm not just making it a God thing. You can say the same thing with your life. You could sit there and be like, this is how I feel, now make it a thing. But he was saying Malice just shipping over verses.
Oh, okay.
All right, now I'm over the conversation. But not because I'm over the conversation, only because I wanted to be silly, and now we're talking about God and shit. Like, I can't laugh. Like,
Yeah,
I'm excited to hear the clips back together.
Yeah,
If he did
that'd be
two,
nice.
And I'm excited-
as you should be.
he did
That's
200
provocative.
first week,
And-
I could see him doing 350.
Oh, you smoking crack?
I'm not.
What did he do last week? Or
200 off 7 songs. This is double.
I think I'll do around the same.
I got him at 265.
Still don't have him cracking 200, but maybe I'm hating.
I got him at
Maybe
265.
Maybe I'm hating.
Yeah, I don't. If Malice is writing all the verses, I think it's gonna be great because I think Malice is a tremendous rapper.
Absolutely. I can't say that I've heard much of his Christian rap stuff.
I can't say I have either,
So
but
A lot of my guesses too be going off of what I feel like the artists believe, and if I'm looking at Kanye, I don't believe that he think he gonna crack 250.
You know what?
I don't think he
Now
really
that I think
cares.
about
It don't
hold on.
look like that.
Now that I think about it, Joe, I'm gonna say this: if this content is preachy, straight gospel, I don't know about cracking 200 because I think after a few people hear it, I'm like, all right, no, we don't want this. Like,
I don't
that's
think it
just
will
my
be. By the way,
belief.
I don't.
But if it's like he's mixing in like some
listen,
real
if it's 12
rap
ultra light
lyrics,
beams, I'm gonna play that shit about 5, 6, 7, 8 times.
this is
the
what I'm
first
saying.
day.
So if it's like that, as long as he's not preaching, like like it doesn't feel like we're listening to like a sermon,
Right.
then I think he'll be on par. for
Judging
260.
by his interview today and saying that he's not at a place where I'm going to quote the Bible every 2 seconds, like I'm going to bring out verses.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be that.
Yeah, but you just said Malice is writing.
But he was also at the same time
I think
being,
Kanye is an extremely good producer no matter what the topic is being rapped about, and he can dumb things down very well.
but he was also being kind of preachy and judgy.
He was Stan, nigga.
He was being preachy and judgy in the interview
His
too,
name is
talking
Stan.
about artists don't have God and like all this shit, and that's what turns me
See,
off.
that's it.
So if I'm
not-
getting that in the bars, I'm cool, man.
I'm not here for that.
Yeah, I'm not here for that.
Sorry.
I don't like when people go gospel or whatever and start judging people that didn't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or
And
just
that-
people in general religiously judging.
And that Kanye
I'm cool.
Kim clip feels like he's at that
Yeah,
judgment point where he's like
yeah.
looking at people like, oh no, you need to be doing this, you should be doing this. Don't give me that. I don't want to hear that from you.
Be religious. I'm a religious person.
I'll
but
call my
I'm
mom
not
if I
judging
wanna hear
nobody.
When he stormed off like Denim Dan
Yeah, I'll call my mom if I want to hear that. I don't want to hear that from Kanye.
in his Canadian tuxedo.
You believe in religion?
Me?
Yeah,
I don't
do.
talk religion. So
I believe religion.
I
I don't follow religion. I believe that it exists.
I'm the same
It's
way.
real. It
I
exists.
take pieces from all the different religions.
I really
kinda.
respect the discipline to an extent in religion.
I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. Like I
Okay.
think religion separates people.
I agree.
It divides people. And I think it's only one God. So however you know, whatever faith and whatever, you know, I know that religion does help people.
Most of the scriptures say that there is one God, by the way.
Yeah, so that's what I
I think
believe.
it's just all a different road to the same place.
Yeah. And most of
How
the
you choose to
beliefs
get there is your
somewhat the same.
choice.
Wasn't
Fundamentals.
Wasn't trying to get you niggas to deep dive into the religion
Well,
bag.
here we are, buddy.